Whenever you're ready.
Why didn't that come on and tell us?
Is it recording now?
No, it'll tell you.
Well, it's recording.
On your list.
Oh, it is recording. Okay. Welcome to the semi-annual newsletter meeting. Okay, call to order. Confirmation of proper notice. I believe these were all posted September 5th. Okay. Okay, let's jump right to reviewing the newsletter outline. So the most important date is John has sent out to all the committee heads. Because a couple of notifications go out. The notifying them to write up their committee articles for the newsletter. He takes care of that. Chris has posted the newsletter, this meeting on the website, as well as the next ad the next thing that'll be coming out is the ad. Like if anybody wants to advertise, so I'll get that to Chris to post on the website. And then between now and October 4th is people providing content and soliciting advertising. Then after October 4th, editors and proofreaders have lots of fun. Okay. So starting off with, so a lot of this on the list of content is the typical stuff we have been. There is the index of the board members, which I'll update in case there's any changes. Roz, since you're now participating, so what I would like help with is on the first page, we usually update the pricing for what's available for purchase at the office. If you can look at that and see if I need to update anything there.
Got it.
Okay, thank you. We got Steve's article from the boardroom, which is pretty cool. And then I think, let's see, then we have the message from John. He updates everybody with the hot topics going on. Let's see, the next page I'm gonna keep is the picture of all the, I don't know if you want to open the newsletter.
Page 3, our crews at work is page 3?
Yes.
Okay.
So if there's any changes here, Roz, can you update this?
Well, also Jeff, since he's the chief.
Jeff? No, not Jeff.
Not Jeff? Oh, he's doing plans. I can do it. Yes, I will do it.
Okay.
Can I have a peek at that?
There's an
There's a whole
envelope
file
right
right
there.
there. Okay.
I mean, you took all the pictures.
I know, I just think that's any better than you. Or old.
Is the carpenter there? I think the carpenter needs to be
out.
Okay, so I need a new carpenter to, or if we don't have one, I'm gonna just have to take it out. But so Roz, just
Find
confirm
out, new crew, new question mark?
Yeah.
Or,
deletions or additions. Okay.
Here's the page we're talking about.
oh, right.
Yes. Okay, now let's see, somebody,
No, not yet.
somebody sent me a message that we should do, I'm sorry, I can't remember who. We should do a profile, we didn't do a profile on somebody, usually have John profile an employee. And somebody mentioned we should do Ed Dixon.
I don't, what do you think? Even though he's a part-time guy, still.
No, not part-time.
No.
He's only part-time because his mom's.
Yeah, so
payroll.
John will do that, right?
So is that something we want to put back in as profiling?
Oh,
Somebody?
yeah, I have
Okay.
a profile, I don't do too.
Okay, so we'll put that back in, because that would go in around here near John's article, okay.
If he can't get to it, I'll do it.
No, his mom's actually in hospice right now.
Oh,
Okay, so I'll put you and John. Ross,
Okay.
good?
I
All
have-
right. The next section we want to keep in, just look up there, is our crews at work. I think a lot of people really like this page where we're just putting up pictures of what is going on around in picture mode. Now, the only thing I have palm tree trimming, I did get 2 pics of the guys, trimming palm trees,
Yeah, brown.
brown, right? And as our workers were out trimming hedges in my cluster, I went out and took a couple of pictures. I don't have anything else, so,
What about pools? Can we do anything with pools with Jackie G?
yeah, if somebody would
Right,
get a picture of Jack working at the pool.
Picture of Jack, scrubbing the tile or something.
Okay.
Doing what?
Scrubbing the tile.
Jackie. Okay.
In the pool?
Well, and we need a picture of Jeff on his lawnmower.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, all right.
That's hard
Which I
to
got
do.
right,
It's
yeah.
so
But
fast.
Okay, but you can't go 50 miles an hour, so they can get a picture.
I'll do that. All right, you got that one?
Okay, so this is Jack at the pool. That is you, Roz?
Yes. this is-
Okay.
Wait,
You're gonna do
I'm
Jack.
gonna do Jack, you're gonna do Jack.
No, I wanna do Jack.
Okay, you can do Jack.
Because
You can
I
do
do
Jack and
this
Jack?
with him every day.
Oh my God.
All right, then I'll do Jeff.
I love it.
Handsome guys.
All right.
Okay, that's good. That'll fill up the page, I think. Yeah, those things. All right. And just a brief caption to go underneath it.
Like that size?
Yeah, or that, yeah, that's perfect. A sentence or two.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, the financial page. That's just pretty much canned. I update that with John based on the latest month end available. I do get comments, people don't really understand it, but then again, there are a lot of people that do look at the financials, so. I'll just leave that the way it is.
I agree.
Okay.
It's good stuff.
I'm always open to suggestions if it can be improved. I do.
No, I know, I know, same here. Son, all right.
Okay.
Welcome. I had somebody that passed. But I'm gonna tell you that later.
Okay, so as far as new owners and people who passed away, I get that list from the office.
Okay.
So I don't, not onesie, twosies or things like that,
Oh,
because
wait,
some got lost in the translation last year. And somebody was, I don't know,
never mind.
yeah.
Okay.
So one list confirmed by John. So I have John's name up there, so I'm gonna just leave his name. He may ask you to help him do it or write it out to
He's my
somebody, but,
favorite ones I have.
okay. All right, committee news. So we have the building committee, that's coming from Steve. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sorry, Chris, go back one page. So those 2 ad hoc articles are coming out.
Oh, really?
That was ad hoc. Those were ad hoc committees that were active at the time, so that page will come out.
Oh, so ad hoc sound.
Ad hoc is
Is
active.
there a new ad hoc?
No, we don't have any currently active.
Okay.
Okay, this page will stay. This is a list of the committees. I don't know, that list on the left. I don't know how we want to improve that, but there are links. Each committee name is a link back to the website. So just people can get more information.
I don't understand how you get any cluster advisors when they see the
Just-
duties.
You would have a chair for the cluster advisor.
I think there is a chair, but it's just not happening, whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing, it's just not happening.
They think,
I think they ask a lot of them for what they're actually doing. Like, when the new operations manual came out, they're asked to be doing a lot. But that was never communicated, like, whatever was updated in the operations manual was never sat down with the people that it affects and says, okay, here's what you're supposed to be doing. And then it doesn't get enforced, so
Okay.
I can tell you, we just don't have anything for the newsletter on that, so we're just with the newsletter here.
What did they talk about, the cluster people, their own little business in their cluster? Or?
Really, I think they're a communication tool for what people should or should not be doing.
if they think it's just to give out copies of those.
Yeah, that's what it used to be, like if the condo has stuff to give out, like booklets or whatever, it's up to the cluster advisors to come in and pick them up. And deliver them to each of the units and then mark out what unit doesn't get it, what unit does have it.
Right.
Okay, then.
Now I think it's just because we have so much technology, it's
Yeah.
either on the website, go get it yourself, or if you're. If you do need a physical copy, come into the office, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that part, they no longer really have to do.
Right.
I think the other thing that is there, like, what's supposed to be a little, like, they have washed. I don't want to get into this now.
Well,
This is like-
I think one of the things that they were supposed to be doing would be monitoring the bulletin boards in their cluster.
Yes.
And making sure that stuff that is only up there for a certain amount of time and
Right.
Oh, really?
taking down stuff that's outdated. But I think in general, one of the things that was envisioned for the cluster advisors would be in a situation like a hurricane, they would be the ones that would best know who might need help, who might be, in a disadvantaged situation, because they should know the people in their cluster. And I know that we have a person that she knows everything that's going on. She's very good at it, but it's just not meeting on a regular basis, so that there's no reinforcement.
Yeah,
I think there's even more to the job description.
there's a lot more in there.
Yes, no, actually, there was something in in our documents about
Documents.
cluster advisors.
I mean, maybe we could do an article about cluster advisors.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
What
But the
they
thing is-
are.
A lot, some of them can't
Make
make
it
it,
appealing.
they can't read it and they can't get it on their computer because they're not computer friendly. So we should go out and give them the newsletter by hand, I think.
Oh, give it the newsletter by hand.
Who, what?
Give the cluster advisors.
They, because I know there's a whole cluster of older ladies that do not have computer access or they don't want to deal with it. And a woman came up to my desk and said, can I have a bunch of newsletters? I'm gonna give these all out to the ladies, so they know what's going on.
Well, that's good.
Anyway, that, you don't wanna talk about that now, so let's keep going. All right.
But what kind of an article, I mean, could we do to make it appealing to draw?
Yeah.
So.
I'll think of
Come
some.
get your steps in.
Oh, it's
like
more
that.
than that.
I know it's
Uh,
cute, and it'll draw their eye.
All right, so Roz, I'm just gonna put, TBD, Roz, let's just see what, if we can come up with something. It'll be fine.
I like that. Let's draw their eye into the
Yeah.
copy.
Okay, so IT, Chris.
Yep.
Handles that. He always makes very interesting articles with lots of links that I always have to replace when it comes to, I don't know what happens in the translation
Yeah,
there.
I'm not sure either.
Okay, excuse me, landscaping, pools. Security, pickleball and tennis, so those are all standards, get from those guys and gal. Okay, other activities. Bridge. Chris will update. Doing on the bridge. Any changes to the bridge?
Yeah,
Get together. Pool, I'll just check with those pools to make sure they're still active. I'm gonna keep the pictures the same. I think those pictures are so cool.
I know pool six still is.
Pardon?
I know pool six still is.
Yeah,
Yeah, the ladies are over there all the time.
yeah, usually I'll go join them like once. For the newsletter, and they're like, how come you only come around for the newsletter? Okay. Well, the last time I came around to get the picture, so, okay. Let's see, the book club, I'll reach out to Lynn Fisher. I'm not, anybody participate in the book club?
There's a Kay Levy does one. But she doesn't live in Wildwood, but she participates.
yeah, she used to live in
Yeah, she
Wildwood.
wasn't original on there.
Well, Lynn Fisher lives here,
List
right?
to
Lynn Fisher lives here.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
over. in-
And I think Beth McCracken, is that her name? Beth?
Yeah,
She used to run it, she also moved away, but she still participates in it. So she referred me to Lynn because Lynn still does live here. So I think that's how if you need to live here to be able to, I think, run a thing.
Well, I couldn't agree more.
And I think people look at the list and say, oh, maybe I'll read that book if the book club picked it. I don't know, right?
I did.
Okay, but Mahjong, I have to talk to Bob Dell about this. So,
I'm gonna talk to Irish Green too.
okay, I have,
Or
it
Norma.
used to be in here and
Norma.
Yeah,
they come into the office and play. And I learned how to play. Yeah, here's our little blurb. So I'll reach out to Bob Dell. They already have their group of 4. They don't like to change out. Which is, if you've got a few tables of Mahjong play, I don't know how bridge works. But when the game is over, whoever led that game, then will change out to another table. So you're playing with different people. It's really great. We do that down in Selby Library.
Yeah,
Didn't get the sense really, and nothing, they like to play. They like their force and they come in here to use the table and whatnot, so. We'll just work up something different. Bob did go learn how to play. I told him about the Selby Library, he was teaching it for free. Said he went and learned, and actually they just started up again. I don't know.
Is there an age restriction? Okay, mom.
No,
he's in his late 80s.
I bet he is.
Yeah, he just gave up flying his own plane.
Oh my. He may want to be doing it out of homes, like rotating whoever's playing out of people's homes. I don't know what, so I have to work that up with him. But there are tables here. So I'll reach out to him for that. Okay, here we come to the special interest articles. So recipe corner, all right, anybody have a good recipe? Anybody?
I got some other stuff on there. But
Anything? Okay, so I'll have to find something for that.
Talk to Lynn Fisher.
Lynn Fisher, okay, I think she did the last one
Oh,
too.
she can cook. Oh,
You know who
she
could
can-
do
she
that?
can bake. Her, Cheryl Munson.
Laurel. Lori Miller.
Yeah, Roy Miller, Cheryl
She did a couple of issues ago, she did a health
She's
one.
a registered dietitian and nutritionist.
There you go.
You did a health, oh, I skipped. Did I skip him? No, I didn't skip him, I was going in order, sorry, I jumped around there on you. The Windsor Taurus came from Lynn Fisher. I can ask her for another one. Okay. Or my friends, I can reach out to my friends. All right, Jeff, you're up. What are you doing this
I'm
time?
doing it on the wood store.
The wood store. So we gotta change the title on this. How about Wildwood?
Flora and fauna.
Flora, is that the
Yeah,
right
flora and
term?
fauna.
Flora and fauna.
That's
Yeah.
not either.
That's not the right definition.
Fauna is
It's an animal.
it's not a bird. It
It's a
can,
bird.
Yeah, it's a bird.
I don't know.
Well, doesn't that fall under flora and fauna?
Uh,
Creature.
Wait, it is in Wildwood Springs, right?
Oh, yeah, they're hanging out here.
Okay. Well, what's your question on that?
What to name the
how to,
Oh, I don't have a
how to
question.
name it.
flora and fauna?
What's it called?
Wood
store.
It's a wood store.
What's this form? Forget.
Well, Leslie, when you get the newsletter for editing, you can look at that.
I am one.
Delegate, delegate.
Okay,
Terry, what is fauna?
okay, yeah, let's check that
Animals
title.
of a particular reason. You got it.
Fauna. Flora and fauna.
FAUNA?
Yep.
Okay.
I thought I was there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is out of order for the new, profile on Jordan's Troy. So Mary Ann did that last time because it was gonna be the first time we were listing it as on the charity page. So we wanted people to know more of the background. So.
Where's that on here? The Jordan's one.
Oh, that was last issue. Oh, so it's not staying, that article is out now.
Okay.
But Jeff is gonna reach out to Jack to see what he was going to, is he buying an advertising page?
I don't know if he's buying an advertising page or if he just wants to make a listing about, condo and stuff like that.
Oh, kind of watching himself, okay. I thought you mentioned Jordan's story you wanted to do, but he's already listed in here on page 17, okay? We're not taking that out. Okay, what's the next page there? We got that. Be Happy is out. That was a specialty article last time. Okay, puzzles I take care of. All right, let me skip back to this. Things to do and see.
Links only.
Okay. Well, because in the last newsletter meeting, when we talked about this, there was, it's just unlimited things to do and
Mhm,
see.
mhm.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
put some links.
Right.
I don't even know what we actually put in here. I can't remember.
That's the events that are happening. Do you have any events?
Actually, we ended up not doing links. I take that back. We ended up not doing that. Okay,
Put that back in?
no.
Do we have a
Oh,
spring?
events and other happenings.
Yeah.
Where's Cynthia?
That's
Okay, we
good.
did that. We did that. We don't have any events or
I
other
know, I think
happenings,
so. I don't
so
know.
it's a dry season. So we can beef up then pictures
Mhm.
about our crews at work.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's talk about other things I do have going on that are special. I believe this is Jan. She sent me a little poem called The Dieter's Declaration. And I'm gonna put it in. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
cute.
like it.
So that'll be on that page.
Hurricane.
Jan, again, okay, so let's segue onto, Tiffany is going to do an article called Call the Plant Doctor. So
Love it.
she's gonna supplement the landscape committees with a separate article about what's going on in the landscape committee in terms of trying to treat some important trees around and what they're doing there. A second to that, Jan sent me a note about having Tiffany, she must really, she likes Tiffany, do something about the palm trees and maybe educating people who don't come to the landscape meetings or go on. I believe that Jan is one of them, doesn't have a computer or something, I'm not sure. Um. I don't remember her last, she's over in 758 in Oakview,
Yeah,
or Jan Radman. Jan
comes,
Radman,
she comes online to a lot of Zoom meetings.
she does come on to Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You calling in? Cause I never see her picture.
She's always calling in.
Calling, in,
home.
okay,
Yeah,
so she doesn't really have a computer, I don't think. She doesn't have an
that
email.
may be, I don't know.
Okay, anyway, I gave it to Tiffany to look at, and Tiffany's gonna do something about palms, and I said, well, make sure it's not duplicative of what we already have on the website. And,
Well,
I think it's about trimming, like what trees are trimmed and what
yeah,
aren't.
I think that, what we have on the website doesn't get viewed enough. So I think bringing some of that up again is not gonna hurt.
So Jan wanted to know more about, like, she saw the palm tree trimmers come around, but why didn't they trim those trees? You know, and so then she was hearing, oh, well, that's a different type of palm, so that doesn't get trimmed, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe it's in an area that shouldn't be. So Tiffany is gonna write something up about to do with
I
that.
get calls every day about stuff
Just
like that.
okay.
Why aren't you doing that? Yeah.
Jan Rand, right? So Tiffany's gonna take care of that and do an extra article to kind of, for an educational thing about that part of the palm, so, yeah. I have a few hurricane, I don't even think I have any Hurricane Debbie picks.
It's
So,
on here, Hurricane Debbie.
yeah, right.
I'm gonna write that down.
Anybody have any Hurricane Debbie picks?
I will pass
It
her.
wasn't.
Do we really have a lot? I mean, I'll take it out if we really have anything to put in.
My phone's in there. I have pictures of the little crawdad.
Yes, I'll take that.
For context, what would we be looking at?
We should have a picture of a full rain gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
He was out here behind the shop,
What was that?
the crawdad, crawfish. Miniature.
Crawfish. Oh,
Oh, I had video of catfish out here swimming
Oh, stop it.
out by the van, yeah.
you mean on your phone?
Uh-huh.
I think if you send that to me,
Yeah.
if we're on the same, you can airdrop it if it's too big to text. Since we're on the same Wi-Fi.
Yeah, let's do that. That's.
I can get a screenshot of the catfish.
Oh,
Or was that wasn't Debbie? Is the catfish
Could
dead?
be,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's when all this was all full of water.
Did you take a picture of it full of water?
I have to go back and look at my phone.
Okay,
I left my phone out there in case.
You know who I have pictures
Okay.
is, Steve of the pickleball court all flooded.
yes.
That's.
So,
He was crying about that. Poor guy.
okay.
Flooded pickleball.
Okay, so and over the past couple of months, I was sent stuff. So let me go through that. This is from Karen Banker. The geese had geeselings. You can't see it on here, but she got a picture of them, the mother and with the babies coming behind, crossing Rodley Springs Boulevard.
Perfect.
So I can throw that in. That can go back on the I don't know, I have to create a page.
Turtles.
Do you have turtles too? Ew, no, did-
I'm gonna talk to John about, oh, do we need to do something special about what not to throw back here?
Yes,
Yes.
the more,
Yeah,
do you all,
And,
before you finish on
What
what,
it costs.
well, and we also put something up about paper bags for landscape trash.
yeah, so I have a picture of that too, actually, that you mentioned that. Somebody sent me a picture of,
Manatee County does not require paper bag. But where our guy that picks up our trash takes it to, which is in Lino landfill or Whitfield, which is in Sarasota County. They actually require them to be in paper because environmental reasons.
oh, this
It
was,
actually goes there because it's cheaper for you guys, because it only takes them 20 minutes to get there. Rather than 40 minutes to get out the Lino landfill, so it's actually saving you guys time and money by going down there. So that's why it's paper bags.
but then it's confusing. I mean, and this came from the office to everybody. You know, don't only use the paper bags.
Right, well, that's because where we take it to.
But then we still have so it's official, only paper bags. Don't put any yard waste in plastic.
That
I
makes.
mean,
We had a board,
We just rip them if somebody still does it, we just rip them open.
so why would I put something in the newsletter to say only use paper bags if they can still use plastic?
We don't want it.
Anyway, I'll reach out to John and just get clarification on that.
Yeah,
Keep it simple.
yes, yes.
the only drawback with the paper is if they get wet.
Yeah, they don't.
Yes.
And so far, I've had mine get wet and because they're double bags, they seem to be okay, even though I have a lot of stuff in them.
But do you have how early do you put yours out? I mean, we have
I
people in
try to not
Woodlawn.
put them out much more than a night before they pick them up on Tuesday.
We have people putting them out a half a week before.
But see, that's
That's
something we
wow.
should probably tell people not to do.
You don't know who does it. This is the thing. They put them all out in a place where now you don't know who did that. They probably did it in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I know that some people
Don't.
do it in our cluster, and I think I know who it is, but they need to be reminded.
Okay. Okay. Plastic versus paper. All right, so we'll reach that. Okay, what else have I got here? They're out there, and Andrew Penny sent me a beautiful picture of rainbow over Wildwood Springs. So that would be just
That's
a nice
nice.
little caption. Yeah. I
I
thought that
saw
was,
that rainbow.
isn't that nice? Yeah, I got a picture, but not as good as Andrew's, so I'm gonna use that.
Big cabinet, Wildwood Springs is at the end of the rainbow.
There you go.
I
Right.
like it.
Yes,
End of the rain.
yes.
Did you know?
Right.
Okay. Hey, Jeff, you're so witty.
You are, you're wonderful.
Okay, yes.
Might be added to that list.
Yeah, we're getting there. Okay. Somebody else mentioned in the reminders that we should do a little bit more about dryer trap cleaning.
Never heard of it.
I don't know. I think it's been brought up at a board meeting or so about reminding people to clean their dryer traps. I now have a new dryer where it's ventless. So I had to create a thing to close off my vent so no animals would get in. But, yeah, I guess.
I think it's, you should put that in there, there's probably
Oh,
a reason
has
for
there?
it, I would definitely do it,
Right,
it's
so
dangerous, you don't.
I have that something in there. Okay, we're up to the 4 charities. We'll keep those 4 charities the same. We used to change 2 out for between the spring and the fall for the holidays, but you know what? We're just gonna keep all 4 charities in there for now.
Yeah.
Okay. The puzzles, I'll just change out for, everybody's good with the puzzles. People like the dingbats? Do we like that dingbat?
Hello,
Okay. I've got a whole book. Oh, this is the dingbat. This is the
Yeah.
solutions where you have to figure out based on the images. What does it say? Dingbat is.
Splendid.
Mine wasn't 15. I'm sorry. Page 15?
I love it, do it. It's fun. Balances out the board meeting crap.
What?
Well, I
it.
don't think
I'd be
we
so
balance
smart.
it. Is that a standing head right there? The few reminders, that's always gonna be a full page, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. All right, so what are we doing to advertising, the editor's corner? Coordinator.
Usually I'll just sit with John and just say anything hot, any topic that's hot that needs to be highlighted. Again, oh yeah, well, up at the top on the right is the yard waste.
Right, right.
But that's only highlighting about putting it out. I can't do that.
Well, that's a very good.
So we don't even include in there whether they should be paper or plastic, so that we'll add that.
They say in recycling, no plastic bags.
But when it comes to yard waste, maybe we just have to put it in there, so, right, okay.
The one thing you might want to add to this page would be the big dumpster here. And how we don't want as much stuff going into that as has been. You know, no couches,
Yeah, no
no,
couches, yeah,
no mattresses.
no couches, no chairs,
No big stuff in the big
no big
dumpster.
stuff, yeah.
Okay.
And if you have a contractor doing work, the contractor has to take it off site.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they'll say, oh, we have a dumpster in the back, like, no. In fact, I had one ask me this morning, it's doing Mr. Hinkins' place 278. Can we take our stuff to your dumpster in the back? Like, nope, you're a contractor, you gotta haul it away. He said, what about if I stick it in the other one? I said, if you do that, I'll get a phone call, then I have to come back and talk to you. I said, you don't want me to do that.
So only residents can dump in that dumpster, their own,
Right.
Yeah,
Their own
if
stuff.
you're doing it, yes.
yeah,
If a contractor is doing work for you,
Take it
no.
out,
okay.
take it away.
I mean, for a while though, we had stuff piled up that. They came, picked it up, I filled it up, he came, picked it up, I filled it up 3 times with all the stuff that we had sitting off to the side. And it was mostly couches and chairs and like bookcases, but a lot of it would be couches and chairs and beds and mattresses and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Get a picture. Is it really bad now, or?
Sure.
No, actually, we since Steve talked about it at the meeting, I guess it's kind of like calmed down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we should find somebody that actually comes in and will like haul stuff away for owners. And put that in there.
No.
We need somebody within the community, or one of us.
Well, no, I mean, I see stuff on Cortez Road all the time, they're jump hauling and stuff like that. So maybe if you have a calculator.
I think we kind of touched on this in a board meeting where, like, if I was doing something, and I didn't have a contractor.
Right,
You know, that it would be okay to call the office and have them come and pick it up, but you
Right.
can't abuse the privilege, right? If you're, and so we kind of talked about, well, if it's something that, you know, you're gonna have like people come, you want the office to come every month and take stuff away. Then maybe we should look at charging them,
Yeah.
like some kind of
No,
fee.
won't be, yeah.
But it just didn't go further than that, and you know, generally, it was just, I think the whole thing was because this was being really abused back here with the contractors.
Oh, yes.
So it's not that we heard people were constantly calling the office to come pick up stuff, the same people. But
But I don't think they knew, I don't think it was spelled out enough.
not spelled out enough, and you didn't know really who's dumping in there,
Right.
you know. Pretty much, I think they knew maybe a contractor or two had dumped in there, but. But like you said, it's come down, so,
Shouldn't be dumping.
right, right.
Well, that's why that chain is across there from the office, because they used to just back right up.
Yeah.
And dump it, and then they go out, that's why the chain's there, so they can't do that anymore.
The chain.
But they can move that
Chain's there
chain,
too.
Huh?
they can move that chain.
No, you can't. The chain's locked.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah, it's locked.
I thought it was on the horses, those.
Well, yeah, over here, so I can lock it. No, it's all locked. No, they get a lock put in.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well,
Yeah.
good.
The reason they're on the horses, it makes it easier.
Maybe that's why it's calmed down a little bit back there or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
they've always been, it's always been a chain back there.
but then how is the contractor dumping in both hours?
Off the back.
Ah, okay. All right,
If I might point out something,
yes,
it's a little inconsistent as far as the use of capitalization.
okay,
You can see on the left-hand side, there's capitalized the areas, but the text itself is not, it's very few, there was no obstructions, is about the only one that's capitalized inside the article. But over on the other side, there's a lot of things that are capitalized.
We'll get that in proofreading.
so.
Well,
here's-
the point I'm trying to make is that you don't want to over capitalize things. Capitalizations, when the whole thing is capitalized, it's harder to read. And it's usually considered bad form.
Mhm.
It's like shouting.
Well, in texting and emails, yes.
It is in this too.
But that
And
was
so
my
I
intent.
really would recommend that you limit the
intent.
amount of capitalization that you do. It's just better form.
So, yeah, I do, the intent with the caps on the right side is because people just aren't listening or reading or paying attention to what they should or should not do.
Right, but.
So
if
how do
you-
I get their attention on, like, in a few words? Like, so the newest yard waste was a new one that was put up there in the
Right.
last issue. And so what did we really want people to hear or see if they don't want to read two sentences? Only,
Well, if you put it in red, then
just
why
put it in
capitalize
red.
it?
So that's your suggestion, is just put it in red.
If
Yeah.
everything's capitalized, it will get attention because it's all
Okay.
capitalized.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's-
Very
it's-
contrast.
It's usually, again, it's, if the recommendations that I've seen
No,
for any kind of printed material is that you don't capitalize as much as people think they should.
okay. Okay, thank you for that suggestion, appreciate it. I appreciate it. All righty, that's the same.
We don't like to talk.
Okay, and then, one sec. Okay, advertising.
Can I say something about that? I would like to volunteer my services to make ads for people that don't have the ability. There was somebody that had an ad issue that they had handwritten stuff on there. I'll make their ad for them. She didn't get any calls on that ad. It's just-
How do you talk? What are you talking about?
Maybe it's not, it's the previous one. Anyway, if you need if anybody needs advertising, art, you do it. I thought it was a little clean, you know. Oh, there was a guy that, a painter guy too. They had a turn on. I don't see it in there. Never mind. They look good.
He's on the last page. He's on the last page, getting in, right, his phone number on there.
That's it.
That's
Guys,
the
they're
main
bad. You gotta fix that. I don't like that. Alright. Just so you know, I'll do the ads. For anybody that needs me.
Well, how, we wanna put an ad
I'm
to
gonna,
advertise
I'm
that?
telling you, when somebody goes, I might have an ad in the newsletter,
Yeah,
and I don't know how to do it, give me my phone number or give me their.
okay. Okay.
Now?
Yeah,
Okay.
oh boy.
Okay, I did that one.
Aesthetic.
I'm gonna write 3 different
Wait a
profiles.
second, 1 second. Leslie.
Starlight Healing Aesthetics.
Yeah, we got it.
License. But this is all misspelled.
Aesthetics? That's her business card. And she's advertising again, I'm not touching it. You know, if that's her business card, I'm not gonna touch it.
I'll call her.
And they're paying, but
The lady, there's a lady that lives in Spring Lakes, it's a friend of hers.
wait, so there is somebody who pays for that ad. And it's
Right.
not, she's paying for this to advertise this girl's business. So,
She's the
Where's the typo? I don't see the typo.
licensed esthetician. She's.
They do facials, aesthetics.
Oh, never had one of that.
They've got some base off the word aesthetics,
I got you.
esthetician.
She didn't get any calls.
$1.
I wonder why.
Wow.
But as long as she keeps giving us the money, no, that's not a way to.
I want her to be happy. I want her to be successful. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was planning on going to her, but I don't know why she
You guys
didn't
try.
call. No.
Okay, now. Here we go. I'm going to write 3 profiles. One of Amy Holmes, she's the first female member of the Manatee County SWAT team. She lives here. Can I do that? Is that okay? Amy Holmes.
Okay, let's do one profile per issue.
I'm gonna write it and then you'll have them stand by here.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm gonna do Mary Ann, I can't say her last name,
Wait,
Cargo.
let me just write this down. You're doing a,
Profile of Amy Holmes. She's the
how,
first.
how do you spell her last name?
HOLMES,
And what unit is she in?
the SWAT team for Manatee County Sheriff.
No, where did she?
What unit does she
I
live in
I
here?
found that, I'll find out what you.
She's up in Pinehurst.
That's
Is it?
what I think. She's got.
And I wanna ask her first. If
Awesome.
this is good with her.
Oh my God, yes.
So she's-
We're not doing those. You're not okay with it.
No,
No,
no.
Okay,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do one of Marianne Karpovitz. Is that right?
Harkowitz.
Karpovitz, I wanna interview her. You think she'll do that?
Who's she?
Really? She's the editor.
I know she's awesome. She has a call called,
She,
just some thoughts.
when I get all the content,
Yeah,
anything that's written,
right.
she reviews it
What's
first.
in journalism?
And her and, mostly her. No, you're doing the news, when the newsletter is done, then there's like this other group that gets it. And you review the whole newsletter, that's what you guys do. But up front, you know,
She's good.
Jeff sends me an article, I immediately send
You
it
ever
all
read her
to.
stuff? There's called Just Some Thoughts, it's like a prairie home companion. And it's just like stream of consciousness. But it's so, it gets the vibe of this place so well. I love it. And I want to talk to her.
She would be really thrilled to hear that.
I know, somebody should tell her this.
That's true.
So I
Too bad she didn't show up today.
I know.
I'll tell her to watch the video.
She's in Savannah. I gotta hook
Yeah,
up with her
she
sometime.
lives in my cluster.
Okay, good. I need to talk to her. And we can use her this time, or we could use the SWAT team girl. And I'm gonna do a profile of John Haggerty. Because I went back 3 years, I don't see any profiles of John Haggerty. And he's
It
got,
would take too long.
he's kind of fascinating. I can do it quick. I can do it in 3 paragraphs.
Oh, my God. I
Yeah,
don't believe it.
just distill it down. So I'm gonna pick all these and you can have them on file, use them when you need to. Okay.
Okay.
I want to, if it's okay with you guys, I want to do headshots for all standing columns. It'll help break up the grayness of the page.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I want to do headshots of all the standing columns, all the board, you know.
You mean who writes them?
What?
You mean who
Take
writes
care of
them?
who writes it.
No, yes, who writes them? let's,
It might take up too much room.
we have a headshot of Steve here.
Where?
Okay, but see, then there's not enough room for the column. So it's,
Doesn't it carry over there?
but it's clear, it's real too much, and then I
It's
have to
just-
segue John's.
I'll just think about it. I'll talk to you about it later.
There are headshots of all the board members
Where?
On the
on the
website,
website.
under Board of Directors.
So, you know, what I'm looking at here is this, all this gray. I just wanted to do something to alleviate that, but it does look very, good content, a lot of good content.
Okay, so what, I'll say this, that if I can fit it in, I wouldn't mind, I don't mind putting a picture of him like here. But keep in mind, we're doing the employee page too.
Are you just gonna carry that over? You're gonna do that again?
And
We've
John
always
would
got-
be in both.
You're gonna do this again?
Okay.
There's Barbara.
Oh, that's your picture.
I just cut my hair off after it was long for umpteen years.
You know, I'll make a little page for you.
Hey, look what we have a picture of. Denny?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've asked him for one.
We just gotta get him at a board meeting and take a picture.
Leslie's usually the one that does that.
Okay, Leslie, that's your mission.
Okay, picture of them.
Danny Palmer.
I don't need it for the newsletter, but. Okay, so Ross,
I'm gonna do these 3 profiles. And you can do one that's
so it's just putting. Pick. Article writer,
We'll see. You know, I'll make a page of my shoelace.
maybe for the committees. That
That's
would be,
what I'm saying.
it would be consistent for that
That's what I
section.
mean by standing, a standing color.
Article, okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. All right,
Ta-da.
for, let's see, for the proofreading, the drafts of the newsletter. So we still have, Mary Ann, Lena, and Julie Wishart, Leslie. Roz, do you want to be
I
added
do.
to that?
wanted to-
Okay. I haven't heard from Marjorie Boyd. She usually does come to the meetings,
Huh.
so I can reach out to her. And,
You spell my name wrong.
not again, where?
Yes, L-E-Y. Smooth.
We're in 7:32 now.
Who is Marjorie?
Yeah, Marjorie. Well, yeah, they moved
Oh,
7:30.
that's right, she was moving during the spring issue. She had,
Just so you know, the tooling around is gonna probably be the standing column that repeats. If that's okay with you. And Mary Ann, can you hand me that?
which one are you talking about?
Yeah, underneath. I should remember. Well, that one.
Oh,
That,
okay.
that's gonna be a standing thing. If it flies with John, I still
Oh,
gotta make
this
sure.
is so perfect.
But it's walking a fine line between truth, philosophical information. It's gonna have a lot of stuff in it. It's gonna be like a.
So just keep in mind, let's not duplicate what each of them is writing in their articles. So,
I won't,
okay,
I can hear them talking and they won't, don't worry.
okay. I mean, I think it's a great idea.
Oh, that's gibberish. You don't read that. Don't read that. I wouldn't get a word count, so I started that. All right.
Okay,
Good. We have this, right? Now, this is this. Point that down to Jeff. That's gonna, is that okay with you, Jeff?
Oh, I see that, yeah, you got that in there.
Okay, that's gonna be in the newsletter.
all right, so let me understand what this part is. This is an ad.
That's why I'm gonna give you the money. I don't have it right now.
So you're gonna pay for it first.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that gonna be sure?
Well, we don't have, there's no budget for what, for the newsletter.
It's a donation. It's a thank you to all
No,
the
it's not
sponsors.
that you could pay for it personally, but being that you're using John the guide, you would want his
Yeah.
permission first.
Yeah, I did. I got it this way.
Okay.
And I wanted to get Jeff's permission too. No, it's okay.
No.
No. It says, he says no.
Okay, okay, let me take my.
Can I ask you a racist question? Do the Mexican guys get upset about having a picture in the newsletter and on the wall? They don't care.
Okay,
If this tidy, then I'll take the picture of something that's good.
Yeah.
I think I did mostly headshots. What?
I'll get them.
Like, these are in the workers.
Um,
Ask him to tell you
Yeah,
all on the.
I guess that's not true. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We have time. We don't have much time though.
First of all, they're all employees of the association, so. I don't think they would have an objection to having their picture in the newsletter so people know who they are by name.
Right.
Okay, and this was all done with John's permission, so.
All right, the next time we meet is,
There's no next time meeting. So as you start finishing your assignments, you send them in, make sure they're into me by the due date of October 4th. Earlier, as soon as October 4th,
that's fine.
yeah,
All right.
the earlier the better, so that any written articles, Mary Ann's not getting swamped all at once.
How do I contact her? Do I just look up on the directory and call on the phone? Can you preview her that I'm gonna call her? Or do you
You want me
want
to text her right now? I can text her,
I would she would say yes. Tell her that
but she's away right now, so I'm not.
She's like the pro companion of our newsletter.
Okay, her email address, why don't you get that?
I'll look her up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, any help with advertising? Thank you for your ad already.
I can, probably redo my son's.
Okay, oh, great,
If you send something on my videos, and I'll give you the money for it.
okay,
Where's your son?
wait, what did you give me?
I gave you mine.
Oh. Okay,
What's your son?
do you have this in a JPEG?
Yeah, I thought the whole thing.
Wait, did you already do this last year, last issue?
No, no.
But
Cause
send me-
I didn't have.
Give me, you know what, if I have to scan this, I'm a little afraid. It'll
Well,
lose clarity.
I'll just send you the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you can do it off of that,
What do you mean the whole
the
thing?
file.
Yes, the file,
Yeah,
yes.
I just did it off like a business card, make your own business card type thingies.
Oh, yeah. Is it a JPEG?
I don't think so.
Oh, it is. So you did this on your own software?
Yeah, on my computer, on Word.
Word, okay.
Yeah.
I can save it as a JPEG from there. Perfect. Yeah, so that would be great. I'm gonna reach out to Karen Banker because she usually,
25.
Page 25?
she usually solicits all the raffles for the Fall Fest. And I'm just gonna reach out to her and ask her if she wouldn't mind trying to get advertising from her connections. Being that there's no Spring Fest or Fall Fest. Oh, wait a minute, is there a Fall Fest?
I don't know, I haven't
No,
heard,
we usually do a Spring Fest.
we usually do a fall one too.
Yeah, but we did last year, as I recall. I don't
Fall
think we did.
Fest. I go for Fall Fest.
Right, we didn't do one last year. We just did spring.
Tennis courts and that was
Yeah,
not.
fall usually in October.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think, we're not doing fall, like, we did spring,
That was it.
right, so we didn't do fall last year either.
No,
And I think the initial reason was because Cynthia was still up north.
Yes,
where she
she wasn't
had-
here.
Right, okay. So Karen, so I'm gonna reach out to Karen, being that there's no Fall Fest, to see if she would reach out to her connections. She's, I know a lot of businesses.
Cynthia,
For what?
see if she's gonna be around.
To do the Fall Fest?
Yeah,
It didn't come up at a board meeting at approving a date.
so I guess not. But she's,
Yeah. And that should have come up already.
yeah,
So
you're
I
right.
think it was pretty much already. That they're just sticking with the Spring Fest.
Right.
We talked about the Fall Fest in the previous newsletter. I'm sure. No, are we not?
It's spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did the spring fling.
Yeah, what they're calling it.
And you
spring
talk
fling.
about that in the newsletter for spring.
That's under the events.
Okay.
And other, yeah, happenings.
Okay.
All right, I don't have anything else.
one suggestion
Yeah.
is on advertising is that there's a new sandwich shop opening up front,
Oh, really?
yeah. And there's also a new place next to Publix that's sort of a bagel shop, I think, or a breakfast shop. So they might be interested in advertising.
Have they opened?
They've been gonna open for months, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure the one next to Publix is open yet.
Where's the sandwich?
Is that where the old,
It's like 2 doors or 3 doors down from the veterinary place,
The former.
right in there.
veterinary.
Former veterinary place, right?
is that where the cake place used to be, or
I'm
the,
not sure, Kathy
the-
mentioned it,
the
but
game place?
yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay,
But I guess it's a sandwich, supposed to be a sandwich place.
Good. Always good eating tips.
thank you.
Well, we've tried that 5 to 9 place, that was good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
How do you do the group?
It's-
Do we all meet again here and then? just do
No,
it?
no,
It's all
I
done
send
online?
it out, I send out a PDF,
Okay, good.
unless somebody needs a hard copy, but, is anybody interested in helping advertise? Cause I have sheets for that, okay. All right, so with that, adjourn. Thanks,